Raring to go.
So excited. New year, same stuff. Today on PRHS Today, we have a special interview with the most passionate guest yet, a sports video to see what we've been missing in the past few weeks of sports, and some street interviews with students to see what they thought of for the past year. And with that, on to the show. Good morning, PRHS. Today it is Friday, January 31st, and this is PRHS Today. It has been way too long since we have last seen each other. I'm Gavin Rayome.
And I'm Alexander Mitchell. The weather today is cold.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Anyways, for this morning's broadcast, we're starting with our best interview thus far with our most elusive guest yet.
And after that, we are going to give the stage for our sports segment.
And right after that, Mitch has put together a New Year's segment, interviewing students about what they're looking forward to and their favorite parts of the last year.
And now, without any more delay, on to the interview with Dan and Gavin.
Thank you. And right now we have Mr. Salzer. How are you doing today, Mr. Salzer?
Doing great. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for being here. So I want to ask first, what is the Media Club?
So Media Club is a platform for our students here at PRHS who are very interested in many sources of media, whether it's photography, videography, social media aspects, anything, to learn more, to use our great facility, and really help them in their journey to become better filmmakers and better people with media.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting. So with Media Club, what does your typical meeting in Media Club look like?
So we try to focus on different aspects of every meeting. We started off going twice a month. We're down to once a month due to lack of numbers, which we'll get into in a little bit. But we try to do some sort of activity, learn a software, whether it's our TriCaster, whether it's just learning cameras for the first time, depending on the group that's there and interested, and then doing some activities built off of that.
Yeah. And I know when people want to join a club, they usually want to know how big is the club? So how many members do you have in your club?
And I know it's our joke right now too. Right now we're kind of in a rebuilding and a revitalization phase of the club. With COVID, a lot of things happened. Obviously, students not attending, so we don't really have many active members, one or two that consistently show up. And of course, we're trying to grow that to a larger audience of all the students. But right now, it's revitalizing the program and getting it up and running.
Yeah. And going off that question, why should students take the step to actually join Media Club and maybe fill up its numbers a bit more?
So there's so many great things that happen here at PRHS, whether it's after school or during school, with different clubs, different sporting teams, different activities that don't get the bright lights of a studio on them. And that's where we try to bring that, is have more feature pieces, have more videos and social media aspects to highlight what our great students are doing here.
Yeah.
Also, there are a lot of talented students out in our school community that filmmake, that do it on their own, that have successful YouTube channels, and this just gives them a platform to enhance what they're doing and learn from others as well. So we're, in addition to all of that, we're now bringing in a live streaming aspect to the Media Club. That's my background, having started sports broadcasting at Plymouth State University about a decade ago, and that's where I kind of launched my career, is having that now not only for sports here, but all of the spring musical, the fall play, all of the pinning ceremonies, anything that happens here that's extracurricular, we want to potentially live stream it and have a core group of students that run that broadcast.
Yeah, it sounds like it'd be very good. And what direction do you plan to take with the Media Club going forward in the next coming years?
Yeah, so again, it's kind of twofold. It's having that platform for the students to learn more about the industry and learn the careers that they might not realize that are out there that fall within media, whether you're even set design, but more so with directing, with producing, with running audio, with being backstage crew as well. So there's all these different aspects, in addition to being in front of the camera and having all of that live streaming ability. So it's kind of understanding what's going on there, but also just growing and getting the numbers really in and revitalizing the program and seeing what the students want to do.
Mm-hmm. And just for a last question, what do you want students to know about you, like your hobbies, like who you are as a person?
So again, sports has been my life growing up. Was a college athlete for soccer at Plymouth State University, so I was a goalkeeper for 22 years, ever since my youth. So I'm very integrated in sports or integrated into sports and love to talk about it. Love hockey games, love swimming meets, anything that we can commentate on is what I've done. So that's the biggest passion of mine. Mm-hmm. I'm also an avid sim racer, if anyone knows what that is. Racing in an online community, have weekly races. So it's something of a great outlet for me, and having a community and a group of people that support and help embrace. So that's the kind of atmosphere that we're trying to bring here. But pretty much that. Wife and I live here in Plymouth. She's a former PRHS alum. Mother-in-law taught at the elementary school for forever. So great ties to this community ever since I moved up here in 2007. But yeah, have a 4-year-old that hopefully will one day come through these doors.
Yeah. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much for having me, Gavin.
All right. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Gavin. Now we'll be going to our sports segment.
We'll pass it over to discuss what sports we've missed in the past month.
Bienvenidos a Madrid. Eso no. We are here. No confiaron, pero míralo. Llego con los míos y la grada explota. Le di la razón al que me quiso ver bien. Lo soñé en mi habitación y ahora en primera me ven. No te hablo del avión. Vine por mi cinturón. Voy a hacer que recuerde mi nombre. No me importa cuándo ni dónde. Yo por esto la sufrí y aposté por mí como el doble. Yo no sé lo que es perder desde el 2000 y pico. Y si fallo, detrás tengo a mi equipo. No confiaron, pero míralo. Llego con los míos y la grada explota.
Now, Mitch, you have put together a little video for us, haven't you? Why don't you talk about that?
I have, actually. Before winter break, I got about 20 interviews with various students and faculty about what they're looking forward to this year, what they liked last year, be it sports, be it Winter Carnival, last homecoming, this homecoming. Yeah, so we'll pass you over to that right now.
Make sure to do your homework. Get off of Insta Reels and get off of TikTok. Do your homework. Do not procrastinate. Get your grades up.
It was probably homecoming. It was fun. Like, just the week, like all the theme days.
This year. I'm going to say my favorite in-school event was probably the pep rally, and specifically the tug-of-war event.
I would have to say either homecoming week or the homecoming dance itself.
Well, it was from last year, and it was Winter Carnival when we had that football thing where you had to dunk on the hoop, like ripping Mackenzie Hawkins off the thing and landing her on the tiles.
My favorite in-school event, it has not happened yet, but it is Winter Carnival. Last year, I did all of the karaoke blocks, and then I did like Just Dance, and that was about it. It's my favorite.
When I was named JV soccer captain, it was pretty cool. Yeah.
Last lacrosse season, running down the field, and Karis Mitchell gave me a crazy assist for a goal.
Going 4-2 in wrestling. I haven't been 4-2 in a long time. Did a lot better than I did last year, you know.
My favorite sports event was either my cheer competition with the cheer team or my basketball game. It was very fun.
I think my favorite sports moment this year would probably be when we went to the state finals for alpine skiing and we got runner-up.
New classes.
So much. I mean, graduation coming up with so many kids that I've known for a long time, and just looking forward to putting into place my new word of the year. Every year I pick a new word to work on, and this year's is perseverance and just trying out new things and not giving up on them right away when they don't turn out the way I want them to.
I'm going to be finishing driver's ed, and I will get a car soon, so that'll be fun.
I am looking forward to Winter Carnival because we're going to have some really fun events inside, outside, and of course the Penguin Plunge, which is always way cool.
I'm looking forward to improving our soccer team because we're not really that good. But next year I think we'll got it.
And that brings us to the end of our incredibly well-planned broadcast.
Thank you to Mr. Salazar/Dan for letting us use this studio and for the lovely interview.
Thank you to Shelby, our production manager, for putting up with us. And with that said, have a good whatever time of day you are watching. And that is fun.